Okay, so in this exercise we're going to do practice 14a, which is adding dimensions. We've got to open up a new project, and we've got to, in the project browser, we're going to duplicate the first floor plan, and then we're going to rename this copy to our first floor dimension plan. We're then going to turn on our crop and adjust some of the things. So the first thing we want to do is the crop region, we want to stretch in close to the building, and then we want to then stretch the annotation crop, which is the double line, the little dotted line around the outside, further out. And then we want to then select one of our grids and stretch these out as well. This gives us a little bit of space to then dimension up stuff. Okay, now, so the next thing we want to do is then do some dimensions. So we're going to click the Align Dimension command on the Quick Access toolbar, and we're then going to pick one grid at a time, going along until we reach the end, and then the final click, or the final pick, will be where we want to position the line. So again, we pick each of the grids, and the final pick will be its position. Okay, so we've done the grids, and then task number 2, we're going to dimension the exterior and interior walls. So before we go any further, we want to change some of the options. So again, we want to click the Align Dimension tool. We then want to change it from wall centers to wall faces. And we want to change the pick option from individual reference to entire walls. We go into the options and we want to click the widths. And then just to show you what this option does, we want to pick the back wall and then we want to stretch it out. And that will basically dimension that wall plus anything that is inserted into it. Now, some of these dimensions might not be in the right place, so what we can do is we can select the dimension line, and one end we can adjust the length of the leader, or extension line. The other dot we can actually adjust where the position of it is. Now, this dimensions up wall openings in walls, but it doesn't dimension up curtain walls. So we can select the dimension line, and then we can then modify it by using the Edit Witness Lines tool. Now with the Edit Witness Lines, we can then touch on whichever objects we then want to dimension to, and then they get added to the dimensions. Okay, so there's that one there. And likewise around this side of the building, we can make dimensions, wall faces, pick entire walls. Okay, and so forth. Now we want to dimension up some of the interiors of this. So when we dimension stuff up, let's say we can go to the Annotate tab. There's a whole lot of dimension commands here that we can use as well. So we can use the Align command. Okay, we can, instead of entire walls, let's come into Options. Don't want the openings dimensioned. How about the centers of the cores? Come into the options. How about intersecting walls? That's one way to do it. It takes a little bit of time. We could have just dimensioned up something and then picked them, which could have been quicker. might want to do radial, or, sorry, angular or radial. And again, we might want to go to on a typical dimension, a typical guest room. Again, the same thing. Let's hide some of the stuff here, and let's do some dimensions. Etc. Primarily, when we do them, we just leave them as being faces of core and then individual references.